Hello and good morning to all of you. In this video, we will cover the key triggers which can impact in this week. So going ahead and start from Nifty that Indian stock market opened July on a spectacular note and achieved its longest winning streak since December 2023 amid the relentless bullish rally powered by the return of foreign funds and investors, sentiments stabilizing over Modi 3.0 coming to power. Bulls seem to have tightened their grip on Indian markets ahead of Union Budget 2024, the which will be unveiled later this month. In the second week of July, investors will nearly eye any union budget related or government policy announcements as they may result in stock specific action. The first set of April to June quarter results for fiscal year 2024 to 2024, the quarter 1 of 2025, domestic and global macroeconomic data, corporate announcements, foreign fund inflow, crude oil prices, and global cues will drive market movement in this week. Domestic equity benchmarks Sensex and Nifty 50 hit new lifetime highs last week, supported by favorable global cues and rotational buying in leading sectors. The 30-share BSE benchmark achieving the historic 80,000 mark in this week and in its fastest ever 10,000 points bull run covered in a record of 58 market sections. India's blue chip Nifty 50 notched another record closing high in the previous section and chalked off its fifth straight week of gains, its longest such streak this week. Key sectors such as IT, pharma, and energy led the gains. Broader indices outperformed the benchmarks, posting gains of 2.4% to 3.4%. The recent indications of a potential rate cuts of the US Federal Reserve, a rebound in foreign inflows, and a strong rally by private large cap inflows, large cap banking stocks have powered the Nifty 50 to extend its bullish streak. The resurgence in IT stocks has also supported the rally. And Arvind Singh Nanda, Senior Vice President of Master Capital Services Limited, tell the NSE Nifty 50 rose 0.09% on the day to end at 24,323 as gains in energy stocks helped it notch a record closing high for the fourth time this week. The S&P BSE Sensex settled 0.07% lower at 79,996.6 points but still managed to minor growth. The Nifty 1.2% rise this week and a fifth consecutive week for the gain. The domestic market maintained its upward momentum, bolstered by the progressing monsoon and anticipation of the upcoming union budget. Globally, reduction in US PSC inflation has raised hopes for a Fed rate cut in September. Lower US inflationary pressure and a significant drop in the US inflationary pressure and a significant drop in the US 10 years bond yield led to outperformance in defensive sectors like IT, pharma. It's said by the Vinod Nair, head of research, Geojit Financial Services. In the coming week, primary markets will witness some action as few new initial public offerings and listings are stalled across the main board and small and medium enterprises segments. The week will be critical from the domestic and technical point of view as investors will track the corporate results, budget related updates, and macroeconomic data. Any disappointing outcomes could potentially damp the ongoing market rally in the short term, added Nair. Overall, market analysts expect markets to consolidate at a higher zone, but the tone is likely to remain positive. Nifty 50 finds support at 24,100. However, a breakout above 24,500 could signal the next bullish phase. Experts advise traders to concentrate on stock selection, keeping in mind the potential for increased volatility. If you talk about the quarter results and budget 2024 updates, then Investors will be busy analyzing corporate earnings in the coming week as the first batch of Q1 2025 results are set to be released. IT Majors, Tata Consultancy Services, and SCL Technologies will kick off the Q1 results season from July 11 and 12. Some of the major companies reporting the Q1 2025 results in the coming week are Delta Corporation, Tata Elxsi, TCS, Nalco, SCL Tech, IREDA, and others. As the market enters the earnings season, starting with IT bellwether, TCS expectations are optimistic for better results. Investors will closely watch management commentary for insights into the sector's outlook, said Judith Vinod Nair. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present the highly anticipated Modi 3.0 Fast Union Budget on July 23, 2024. President Draupadi Murmu approved a proposal on Saturday to summer both houses of parliament between July 22 and August 12 for the budget session. This will be the first budget presented by the PM Modi led government since it was re elected for a record third term in June. India's Union Budget in July is a key event with hopes pinned on growth oriented policies and the development of the monsoon season, which will also be significant points of interest for investors and traders, said by Pravish Gore, Senior Technical Analyst at Swastika Investment Limited. Now, if you are coming to the domestic macroeconomic data, domestically India's economic calendar is also marked with key releases on July 12, 2024. Both India's industrial production data and inflation rate data will be unveiled. These figures are crucial indications of the country's economic health and can likely influence market sentiment and policy decisions. Now, one new IPO and five listings to hit this street are: no new mainboard IPOs will open for subscription this week. According to stock exchange data so far, Sahaj Solar IPO in the SME segment will open for bidding on July 11. Among the ongoing issues, MAV Laboratories IPO will close on July 8. IFWA Infra and Research IPO and Ganesh Green Bharat IPO will close on July 9. Among listings, share of Impure Pharmaceuticals and Bansal Wire Limited will debut on stock exchanges BSE and NSE on July 10. Additionally, shares of MB Laboratories will get listed on NSE SME on July 11. Shares on IFWA Infra and Research and Ganesh Green Bharat will debut on NSE SME on July 12. Now see what are the FII activity in the market. FII extend their buying in this week as they bought equities worth of 6,875 crores, while domestic institutional investors sold equities worth 385 crores. FIIs snapped their 2 month selling streak and turned new buyers in June after stability returned to Indian markets with a fall in the VIX volatility index. FIIs had hated their buying streak with the onset of the new fiscal. Now coming to another, the APIs invested 7,960 crores worth of Indian equities and the net investment stood at 14,124 crores as of July 5. Taking into account debt, hybrid, debt, VRPR and equities in June, FPIs invested 26,565 crores in Indian equities and the debt inflows stood at 14,955 crores. According to the National Securities Depository Limited data, the total investment in June was 41,757 crores in the Indian market. FII turns net cash buyers to the tune of 5,633 crores to date in July 24. Markets remain optimistic about strong government support for the economy, especially for the manufacturing sectors especially for the manufacturing sector in the upcoming budget. Market optimism continued to extend with IT services finding favor ahead of the future earnings and FPI flows are expected to remain volatile, said by Srikanth Chauhan, Head Equity Research Kotak Securities. Now we will check the what are the global cues which can impact in this week. So analysts said that the robust performance of US markets will also be closely watched. The upcoming week will be pivotal with signal and significant data from China, Germany and the US. The US inflation report on Thursday will be the central focus, potentially influencing Fed rate decisions and market sentiment. Traders should prepare for the highest volatility, particularly around key data releases. From a global microeconomic perspective, most market analysts believe that a weakening US labor market and economic slowdown could lead the Federal Reserve to consider cutting rates in September. US Federal Reserve Chair Powell's testimony is scheduled for July 9, 2024, where UK GDP data, US core CPI inflation, initial jobless claims, US PPI data will also guide market sentiments. Market expectations for two Federal Reserve rate cuts this year remain unchanged, despite the Fed's new forecast for monetary policy, including as interest rate cuts in 2024. Market anticipate the first cut in September and another in November, said Alex Volvo, market analyst at VT Markets. Now, what happened in the oil prices? International crude oil prices hit their 2 month high peak last week, led by low US oil inventories. However, prices snapped their weekly winning streak and settled down in the previous season after ceasefire discussions in the Middle East outweighed the strong summer fuel demand and the possible supply disruption arising from the ongoing Gulf of Mexico hurricanes. Brent crude futures settled down 89 cents or 1.02% lower to 86.54 per barrel after reaching their highest since April earnings in the season. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures settled at $83.16 a barrel, down 72 cents, 0.9% for this week. Brent rose 0.4%, while WTI futures posted a 2.1% rise, according to news agency Reuters. Now, what are the corporate actions in this week? The buzzing week ahead is brimming with corporate actions as stocks of several major companies and banks will trade ex dividend, ex split, and ex bonus. Petronet, LNG, JSW Steel, G1 Small Finance Bank, AU Small Finance Bank, DCM Sriram, Sun Pharmaceuticals, Indian Oil Corporation, Axis Bank, among others, will trade ex dividend by July 12. Raymond will undergo a spin off. So, these are the all news in this video. I hope you will know some knowledge from this video.